Powerhouse superstars like me are the heavy hitters of the WWE. Our brute strength allows us to strike with the force of a freight train, and the impact of our wrestling moves has been known to cause earthquakes. While Powerhouse superstars' speed and finesse are different than other fighting styles, we have the ability to bully and dominate our opponents in and out of the ring. Our Herculean strength and unrivaled aggression make us some of the most challenging opponents in SmackDown vs. Raw 2008.
Powerhouse. When a stored finishing move is available, hold the right bumper and press the Y button to activate Rampage mode. For a limited amount of time, your superstar is impervious to strike attacks, and all grapple and ultimate control moves are unstoppable. Prior to sustaining a significant amount of limb damage, press any button to forcefully kick out of an opponent's pin attempt, launching them into the air in the process. Move the left stick in any direction and hold the B button to execute a more powerful Irish whip, sending your opponent tumbling over the top rope and onto the arena floor.
In the world of sports entertainment, technical superstars, such as myself, are the jack of all trades. It's the technical superstars, it's people like me, only me, pretty much, yeah, that are the most proficient in all areas. The technical fighting style is without a doubt the most balanced. While technical superstars do possess a wide variety of offensive maneuvers, pretty much like I do, I mean, every week, that's not what keeps us on top. It's our defensive expertise that keeps us on top, which, yeah, I have a lot of that too. So a smart tip for you guys, use technical fighters for a variety of moves in Raw vs. SmackDown 2008. And if you want to win, use Kenny Dykstra.
Technical. When a stored fighting style icon is available, hold the right bumper and press the Y button to make your superstar technically sound. For a limited amount of time, your superstar will automatically reverse all of your opponent's attacks. Prior to receiving any limb damage, technical superstars will automatically reverse all of their opponent's strong grapple and ultimate control moves. When your opponent is outside the ring and your superstar is near the ropes, move the left stick toward your opponent and press the X button to dive out of the ring and onto the floor below. While running toward your opponent, press the A button to quickly duck behind them, catching your opponent off guard and wide open to an attack from behind. When performing an Irish whip, press the X button right before you release your opponent to pull them back in for a finishing move.
High flyers are the daredevils of the WWE, with very little regard for our own personal safety, let alone the safety of our opponents. Incredibly quick and agile, we feel more at home soaring through the air than standing on our own 2 feet. With our phenomenal speed and aerial dexterity, everything in the ring becomes a potential launching pad for the high flyer.
High flyer. When a stored fighting style icon is available, hold the right bumper and press the Y button to ready your superstar for a possum pin. For a limited amount of time, your superstar will automatically reverse your opponent's next attack and roll them up for a surprise pin. When your superstar is near the ropes, move the left stick toward them and press the X button to perform a springboard attack. When your opponent is outside the ring and your superstar is near the ropes, move the left stick toward your opponent and press the X button to dive out of the ring and onto the floor below. To quickly roll out of the way of an opponent's attack, hold either the right or left trigger and move the left stick in the desired direction. When your opponent is groggy against the turnbuckle, run towards them and press the A button to execute the turnbuckle leapfrog, putting your superstar in the perfect position for a dive attack.
The fighting style of a brawler is a simple one. Confront your opponent, and then pummel him to dirt using your most reliable weapons. your mitts. Although brawlers seem to lack the flamboyance and technicality and high-flying bravado of most performers. Don't get it twisted. We can get the job done using our hands and our legs. That's what does most of the talking. But we're also known to perform crazy moves like a variation of scoop slams, suplexes, and the ever-popular and dreaded DDT.
Brawler. When a stored finishing move is available, hold the right bumper and press the Y button to wreck shop. For a limited amount of time, your superstar will reverse all of your opponent's strikes. All strike attacks performed by your superstar will be unstoppable. Approach the upper body of a downed opponent and press the A button to execute the ground and pound. While in this position, move the right stick left and right to strike and up and down to perform an additional attack. To unleash your superstar's fist of fury, hold the right bumper and press the X button. This will cause your superstar to automatically unleash a combination of 3 successive blows.
For superstars trained in the submissive arts, there is no better sound in the world than that of your opponent tapping the mat signifying defeat. Also, when it comes to submission wrestlers such as myself, we are a little bit more patient than other superstars. Actually, we're extraordinarily patient. I'm not sure about this. I know this for a fact. Instead of rushing headlong into a match a little bit recklessly, we like to take our time, wait for a mistake, target a weakness, target a body part, and wear it down. We begin to wear down this body part and destroy this body part to secure the inevitable tap-out victory. Now, on the other hand, submission wrestlers are also good offensively, but we're just as proficient escaping these submission holds when forced into defensive situations.
Submission. If a stored fighting style icon is available while your superstar is performing a submission, hold the right bumper and press the Y button to transform the move into an ultimate submission hold. Your superstar can now wrench your opponent indefinitely for a limited amount of time. Prior to sustaining significant limb damage, move the right stick in any direction to immediately power out of your opponent's submission. When a submission superstar wrenches their opponent, their limb damage meter will slowly regenerate.
Some people call us cheaters, others refer to us as rule breakers. But for those of you superstars trained in the art of fighting dirty, we prefer to describe ourselves as efficient. It doesn't matter how many hours you spend in that gym building that massive, huge, beautiful body just to drive the women wild. It doesn't make any difference. At the end of the day, the effort put forth in that ring by a crafty, nasty superstar that knows how to win at any cost is all that matters. Who do you think invented the chop block? A chop block to the knees can take anybody down. A blow to the groin can take anybody down all the way. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter as long as you walk away with your hand in the air, knowing you put forth the effort and that you're the very best at what you do, dirty or not, every time you walk in that ring. Woo!
Dirty. When your superstar is facing a groggy opponent and has a stored fighting style icon, hold the right bumper and press the Y button to execute a super dirty move. Press and hold the A button while standing near the referee to use him as a shield against your opponent's attacks. Move the left stick to walk and release the A button in order to send the referee flying toward your opponent. Following an unsuccessful pin attempt, press the Y button to argue the referee's slow count. To remove the turnbuckle padding so that it inflicts greater damage on your opponent, move the left stick toward a turnbuckle and press the A button. If the referee calls for a rope break while your opponent is locked in a submission hold, move the right stick to ignore them and continue wrenching.
The showman isn't a fighting style in the traditional sense, but showmanship itself is the very foundation of sports entertainment. Showmen have the uncanny ability to incite the crowd into a wild frenzy, whether garnering support or hatred. The goal of a showman is to elicit a response. Above all else, showmen love the attention that they receive when they step into the ring, and our main concern is always putting on a good show. In fact, showmen often spend just as much time taunting opponents than actually confronting them in battle.
Showman. When your superstar is in your opponent's correct finishing move situation with a stored fighting style icon available, hold the right bumper and press the Y button to perform your opponent's finisher. Press the D-pad in any direction to perform a variety of taunts, as showman superstars will receive a boost of momentum whenever a taunt is completed. To perform your opponent's taunt and steal their momentum, hold the Y button and press the D-pad in any direction. However, if the taunt is interrupted, your superstar will lose all of their momentum instead. Your superstar can also perform a taunt by pressing the D-pad in any direction while standing on the turnbuckle. Follow this action with a successful dive attack. Your superstar will receive full momentum, but if the move or taunt is interrupted, your superstar will lose all momentum.
The hardcore fighting style is the epitome of extreme. Hardcore superstars are reckless competitors who can quickly turn it up a notch by introducing foreign objects into the mix, whether the match type allows them or not. Hardcore trained superstars will have an ace up their sleeve: chains, barbed wire, nails, anything to try to defeat their opponent. We are amazingly tough and have been known to kick out of even the most devastating of finishes. Beware when going up against fighters like us. You'll never know what we got hidden around the ring.
Hardcore. When your superstar is holding a steel chair with a stored fighting style icon, hold the right bumper and press the Y button to perform the hardcore resurrection. Your superstar will use the chair to bust open his own forehead and regenerate a significant amount of limb damage. If a hardcore superstar is made to bleed by their opponent at any point in the match, they will immediately receive full momentum as a result. While holding an object, move the right stick to perform a variety of grapple attacks on your opponent. Some objects can be positioned on your opponent's body by pressing the A button.